Hi, I'm Jeremy, and today I'm going to show you one of my absolute favorite filler games, and this is Clans, designed by Leo Colavini. In this game, players are going to be secretly controlling a group of nomads. Each one will be assigned a tile that shows them the color of their nomad at the start of the game, and they're going to keep that secret from other players until the end of the game. And the goal is to basically come out as the most dominant tribe as the various nomads move across and form into clans, as the title suggests. This is a really abstract game that plays from 2 to 4 players in about 30 minutes or so, ages 8 and up, and I'll take a minute to show you how it plays out, and then I'll come back and give you my thoughts on it. Okay, so here we see the setup for a game of clans, and this is basically going to be set up the same regardless of the number of players. There's going to be these 12 scoring tokens that are set up here to show the various eras that the game will track. And during the course of the game, these various nomadic tribes are going to form into villages. And you have to set up, I'm not sure how well you could see, but there are these blue rivers that create distinct sections with 5 areas each in them, and you'll set it up so there's one of each token present in each area. So here we have a red, a black, a green, a blue, and a yellow all in one area, and that'll be the same in every area, just randomly set up. Each player is going to get a tile that just shows them which tribe they are secretly controlling. So here I'm controlling yellow, and this is going to be the same regardless of the number of players. So even if you have fewer, the game plays up to 4, there'll always be at least one tribe that nobody's controlling. So the way that the game is going to work is on your turn, you're going to basically do one single action, which is to move a group of tribes, or a group of nomads, into another group of nomads. They can never cross an empty space, and once a group has 7 or more huts in it, it cannot be moved. Only other tribes can move into it. So the way that works is, in practice, is going to be something like this. So I'm playing yellow. A good move for me at the start might be to merge these 2 black tribes here. And then other players will keep going. So maybe it's back to me now, here, and then somebody might do this. Somebody might do that. And then let's say on the next player's turn, they move this here. What that's going to do is immediately that is going to score a village. So because this set of nomads have formed, there's more than one, and they aren't surrounded by any other nomads, because of the movement rules, nobody would ever be able to move in this space, or this space. This is going to be considered a village, and it'll score. The way that village is going to score is that every color that is present is going to get 1 point equal to the number of total huts within the village. So blue and black would each get 2 points. And over here there's a scoring track, and blue and black are each going to get 2 points. So that's a pretty simple example. And the game is just going to keep playing out like this, and whenever a player forms a hut, they'll get one of these tokens, which will be 1 point to their tribe, which is kept secret at the end of the game. And you also have to check, when forming a tribe, this track. So during this era of time, the forests are considered a favorable place to have a tribe, and the mountains are considered unfavorable. So any tribe that forms, while you're taking a token here, for a forest will get 1 bonus point for each tribe that's involved in the scoring. And if a tribe or a village was formed in the mountains, it would immediately be eliminated. And over the course of the game, the areas that are affected by these time scorings are going to change. So, and also the points you're going to get for being in a favorable area are going to change as well. So here, a desert was not affected by either. But let's say on a subsequent turn, somebody moved, let's say, these 2 pieces into here. Now we would have a tribe with 4 huts, and it's in a forest. Whoever formed that village would get this token for a point at the end of the game, and these 4 colors would each score 4 points. So that'd be 4 for red, yellow, and green, and 4 also for black. Similarly, if somebody formed, let's say somebody did this, somebody did this, somebody did this, somebody did this, and somebody did this, that would form a village in an unfavorable area. Whoever did that would still get this token for a point, but all of these would just get removed. That tribe has gone or I suppose clan, since the game is called Clan, has gone extinct. So, sometimes during the course of a movement, you might form 2 areas simultaneously. So let's say we had something like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, and now a player chooses to move this one, say, right here. They will choose which area these 2 newly formed clans are going to get, or which order these 2 newly formed clans are going to get evaluated in, which could be important, obviously, as this is considered an unfavorable area. This clan would be wiped out if it was evaluated second, based on this. Which that player may or may not want, depending on which tribe they're secretly controlling. So the way that this would work, let's say that they didn't want to do that, they wanted to evaluate this one first. You'll notice that this clan has all 5 colors present. Whenever that's going to happen, whenever that happens, there's considered to be strife within that clan. And what happens is every player who only has 1 hut present of their color will have it removed, and then the region would score. So this would be a clan of size 4 with black and red scoring. So black and red would each get 4 points. The player would claim that token. And then since they also formed this clan, this one would also score. So red would get 3 points, yellow would get 3 points, blue would get 3 points, and the player would also get the second token. So this is going to go on over the course of the game. Clans are just going to keep being formed as pieces move together and become isolated. So here would be one. Again, this would be here. It would be in the forest, or in the plains, I guess. So we just get eliminated. And it will keep going until somebody forms the 12th clan. So even if they did a move that would create 2 clans, only one of them would get scored. That clan will automatically get 5 bonus points regardless of region, and the player would get the token. And then at the end of it, you are going to score. Everybody will reveal their token. They will claim ownership of that token on the scoring marker. Then they will add a point for each one of these clan formation bonus markers that they've gotten at that point. So let's say this guy has gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There you go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At the end, the person with the most victory points is going to win. Alright, so this is Clans, and this is just a phenomenal game as far as I'm concerned. It's very tactical. If you go into it expecting to have a lot of strategic control over what you're trying to do, this will not be the game for you. For one thing, players do not know, oftentimes, when they're making a move, who it is that they could be helping or hurting. Generally, that keeps players on their toes. And it's a game that you could either play very discreetly and try and keep your role hidden, or you could just, go all out and try and make the best moves for your client from the start, not care if other players know who you are. And I've seen both types of approach win during this game, which is interesting. Also, what's interesting is I've played this game with a lot of different people over the years. It was originally published, I believe, in 2002, and I've seen players, several turns into it time and again, just all of a sudden have a light bulb moment where they wish they could go back in time and make smarter moves from the start. And I think that this game, almost because of its secretive nature and because of the way that those movement rules play out, almost encourages you to or almost requires you to think somewhat counterintuitively. So it will take almost a learning game before you really get this. But it's not a complicated game by any means, and by a few turns into the game, people will begin to understand what happens when a clan forms, and what that triggers, and what the implications are, and how you could move pieces to limit the number of scorings that another player is going to get. So although it's powerful to have several huts present when a clan forms in case there's a strife, doing that limits the number of potential scorings that you could have across the whole board. These sorts of considerations are something that you're always going to be thinking about when playing this game, and trying to strike the balance between those sorts of things is really where the meat of this game is. So this is an extremely tactical game. One of the things I like about it is on the back of the box it says that it requires tactics, a little bit of bluffing, but then also intuition, which I'm sure you can see on that. And I really think that sums up the game well. It's a game that you kind of have to play with your gut. See scoring opportunities when you can. Try to mess over your opponents even though you don't know who they're playing. Definitely helps to try and collect some of these tokens along the way. And it's an enjoyable game. I believe it is currently out of print, but there are plenty of used copies around, and it's well worth seeking one out. This is an impeccable filler, and one I would highly recommend. So those are my thoughts on Clans, and thanks for watching.